You are now listening to a new episode of Man ShutUp. I am Wally World. Check this out. Season 3, episode 13. You can tell by the way that the music is going on in the background that this one right here might be real serious. Because the title of this one is What is Love? Yep. I just really want to just take a moment to just sit back. Now, me and Q, we've already had this conversation an hour prior, so we are definitely in the new season of March the 1st. The weather will change, so let's give people something to think about before we take our break. We got to get some of that good weather. We've been working hard. But what is love? I sat right here with my dog, and my dog say, love is this, and love is that, and love is when you do this, and love is when you do that, and love is when you think about this, and love is when you... I disagree. That's not love to me, that's a chore. And this is the reason why whenever you feel like you love someone, and then whenever it's over, you just not only not love the person, quotations, love the person anymore, but you feel drained and empty. Love is not supposed to be about that. Love is supposed to be a feeling that someone gives to you without doing anything extracurricular. See, I think that the way love has been programmed in the media and TV and social media and whatever, it makes people have the wrong misconception of what love is. Because we lack of some things, because we don't have certain people in our lifetime to show us what love is, we imagine what love is, and then we make a character as to love. It's like we make Cinderella all over again. That's right. We create a character of love instead of having the feeling of love, man. Love is dead at this point. Because until you find out what love really is, you are really just having an artificial way of loving something or someone. This is the reason why love is so rare. How does a person make you feel without them doing anything is what love is? Because it's just like a love from a woman to a child. It doesn't matter how fucked up the child ends up becoming. She still loves that child unconditionally to the point that I just cannot not love you. You didn't do anything. You were just being human. You were being you, but I still love you because of just something. Where I feel like love is not even made from the human itself, but I feel like love is a feeling that is sprinkled down from the higher power. That's why we can't really even describe what love is. Love is not a person, place, or thing. Hear me out. Love is not a person, place, or thing. Love is just a feeling that comes over you that no matter how much you try to run away, no matter how much you try to avoid it, no matter how tough you try to deny it, it just comes and rears its head. You don't have any control over love. That's why you don't have any control over who you love. But the way society is made it be, you have control over everything. You control it all. A lot of people are right here floating around thinking they love somebody they truly don't. Because if they love people the way they say they would, then that means the other person will feel appreciated. That person wouldn't have to feel like they're being at a job interview. That person would not have to feel like it's a chore. You would not have so many high expectations into somebody else, because no matter what the expectation is, it's just something that makes you love them. A lot of them, again, let's go back to the same thing. A lot of people have children and they have expectations of their children that fail them miserably every single day. And they keep looking up to the sky to say, why does this child keep forsaking me, but I still find a way to get up every morning and take care of this person and teach this person and hug this person and love this person. And then somewhere in between the fine lines, that nobody will look over to the same person right next to them that's the opposite sex or the same sex and say the same things. Is that fair? Does it make that person feel like that they're worthy? Do you just have them as a job? This is where roles come into play, because see, roles is like a job. This is why I don't believe in gender roles. I don't believe in any of that. I believe in teamwork. And I love that my teammates, or in this case, my teammate, is being able to be successful in the same form I am. You naturally do things. I don't think people know what love is. And to be honest with you, I think people don't know what love is because I've always said, Q, that people don't know what love is because we're only carrying our traumas from the person that created us. Now I want you to look back right behind you, Q. Having that mentality, where did you get it from? That's where we first start. We first start by saying, where did we get it from? Is that even the right practice? There are so many people that have opinions in your life, and we've already know the situation. They have opinion in your life but never seen true love before. I'm not gonna go into detail. We're not gonna do that on here. That's your business. But let's just say we're gonna make it to where it's universal. That some people in your life are trying to tell you how to be and what to be and what love looks like, and they've never even shown you that they've been loved truly before. There'll be a point that you might be getting loved way more than the person who taught you has ever seen before. Maybe it might have skipped them and came to you. Maybe that's how the divine works. But instead, you're too busy looking at how you've been taught, what the expectations are from someone else, and you're gonna miss love, and love's gonna go right by you and go to somebody else. This is the reason why the people that normally miss love is the main ones that are talking about what the worldly thing is. Oh, I'm too busy. Oh, I'm a grinder. I'm a hustler. I'm a go-getter. Oh, I'm a this and that. And that has nothing to do with love. That is something that you have to do on this planet. But love is easy. That's unisex. What is love? I always sit back and I just look at people fail love miserably, looking just like they mammies, looking just like they daddies. And they mammies and they daddies ain't never been loved properly. But we love the fact that they got drama attached to it. We love that the fact that the toxic shit goes back and forth, but meanwhile we are fighting natural love that truly has been ordained to you. That's a blessing. We have now feel like we are in control of love so much that we feel like we can love the next person right after this person, right after that person, the same exact way. It's not made that way. This shit don't come around every day. And people fall for the trap every time, knowing that they love someone, to only turn around, thinking they're gonna love somebody else because they're available. To only fail 10 times before they see love again. Now they're too old. What is love? They start becoming bitter, start whining about everybody else, and still never looked in that mirror themselves to say, maybe the blessing that I received, I've let it go by. I let that train be missed, and I have to wait. And due to the fact of how we want to control things, we feel like it's supposed to be here tomorrow. I know I missed it. No accountability. I know I missed it, but guess what? It's gonna come back to me. Who are you? Everybody receives that love blessing, but we constantly miss the train. There is some love that's just forced upon us, like I said about children, because you can't turn them in. So you have to force yourself even to love them. Because I know a lot of parents that was not prepared to be parents, but all of a sudden, when that baby was born and just the look in the eyes of that child, they immediately started loving them. That child didn't do nothing but come out to this world. But don't put the same mentality that when you first meet a person, You didn't love them, but just something that they did, something that they made you feel, even if it was comfort, let you know that you was in love. But look at us in America, fighting, trying to make people prove they love to us. How selfish is that? That's almost like dictatorship at this point. We don't allow nothing in, but we want to be healed. It's like medicine being rejected, and we're still mad that we still have the same ailments. Let's get to the root of why the medicine that can heal you is not being reciprocated in the right way. We now have to do more study, more tests. And what we realize is that it's a lot of hurt, bitter, miserable people out here trying to cover themselves. Maybe, just maybe, out of all the things you can't control, maybe this one thing you just can't. And this is why everybody suffers for it. Everybody suffers from love, but they want it so bad because this is the one thing that you cannot control. Anybody think about that, Q? Did you think about that? That maybe this is the one thing that you just can't control. What is love? And I know for the ones who's gonna say, well, maybe the other person don't wanna love you, but you guess what? You love them enough to move away. You love them enough to communicate. You love them enough to know when it's time to move on. You don't hold nobody hostage. This thing is very easy. When you love something, you cherish it, just like your children. You protect your children, Q. Why would you not protect your mate? A lot of people won't tell how bad they are as parents, but they will expose the fuck out of their mate and say that's love. Man, what is love? This right here is for the grown folk. I need all the grown folk to come on in here. Because I'm trying to figure this out. I know the answer, but I'm being facetious. I'm really trying to figure out what is love. What is love for you? And why have you not received it yet? Why haven't your mother received it yet? Why haven't your father received it yet? Maybe you have to start looking within to say that maybe the way I've been programmed to be does not work. That channel doesn't work anymore. I don't understand, Q. I don't understand how people say because they go buy things. What happens when the money's gone? You love the money, you didn't love the person. What happens when they stop rubbing your feet because they got arthritis? No, you love those foot rubs, you didn't love him. What happens if something happens health-wise or financial-wise where she can't cook you food every day? No, you love the food, nigga. You didn't love her. What happens whenever the sex is not the same? You love the sex, you didn't love her. Because I'ma tell you, you don't even care about scratches, scars, nothing when you're in love. Their body can naturally change and you don't even think anything different because you still love them. Because love is internal and it doesn't have a face. What is love? Millions and millions of people in the world, Q, that could do exactly what you say you thought what love is. Millions and millions of women can have sex with you so good it'll make your toes curl, dog, but you can't. It's gonna be one out of the many that's gonna make you move different without them doing anything. Make you think different without them having to open their mouth. Make you care different without them asking. There are a lot of men that can pay your bills, sis. There are a lot of men that can buy everything that you asking to buy, but more times than not, the more they buy, the less they love because they do not feel obligated to love you. But the man who may not have that much, they don't even look at him. And maybe that's the blessing that comes in, the guy who comes in and say, I don't have much. That's not my dream to be, but I know one thing that I have a lot of, and it's a lot of love for you. And there are a lot of immature people that miss their blessings because they say that's the corny way, because I need him to take me here, need him to take me there. But guess what? You obviously asking for that because you are not receiving that currently. What is love? Are we forcing ourselves now to just try to keep saying it and speaking it into existence by keep saying the same things over and over? Now we're repetitive. It still doesn't make your blessings move faster. It still does not make love move quicker. What is love? I'll sip. I know you guys will give me the thumbs up, G and Meek. I appreciate that. It feels good to have a thumbs up from two married couples who've been through the trenches, the ups and downs, the anger, the arguments, and still find a way to still love each other, understanding the common goal, which is love. Because love wins like a motherfucker. But in this generation, in this time, nobody thinks, they want the love but don't know what it takes to build the love and have the love and maintain the love. Everything in life we can get, but can we maintain it? Yeah, you know I'm simple. We've been taught wrong. There are a lot of single mothers out here that was in survival mode their whole life, don't have no experience of love, telling their daughters how to be. For them to pick it up and feel like that because they are so successful in the outside world of business, that love is gonna just naturally appear. There are some mothers that have been teaching their children, their daughters, out of survival to pray to the sky daddy, but didn't tell them what to pray for and how much work it takes while praying to have themselves available to receive love. Ain't that a bitch? When the fairy tale ends and the dust settles from love, a lot of people end up being Cinderella all over again, being the battered stepdaughter, the stepsister. But when they feel like love is there and they know love is there, they can be Cinderella in that nice dress and that glass slipper for a lifetime. The question is, this is the reason why they say love is blind. But is it? No, it's not. Something that can take over your heart and your mind without your control is magic. It's magic. Now, I'm not saying go through things that you can't bear. I'm not saying go through things that disrespect you. Because now you realize that this fool's love. Just like there are a lot of niggas out here with chains on that's been dipped. Fool's gold, but they sure do shine pretty. But when you find that gold, they don't need to be tended to and it still shines. It never gets dull. Diamonds never get cloudy and you wonder why. Maybe, just maybe, the value of that thing is so important that you are taking it for granted. That's love. Love is just the fact that you just thank the higher power for you receiving this person in your life. Because it could be anywhere in the world, but they there with you. And you appreciate that. I never said you have to be the best dressed. I never said you had to have the best body. The ones who feel like they have to do all of that are trying to lure in someone. That's like catching bait. That's almost like catfish. The difference is it's not catfish on the physical, but it's catfish in the mental. They doing everything to impress somebody, to lure them in, to really show them, oops, I'm not really the person that I say I was. Fool's love. And the fact that people are starting to believe that now is starting to make it really scary out here. Because don't love me, pay my bills. Don't love me, just fuck me. That's crazy. But what about the person that feel like they've been around through the trenches and they deserve that one-on-one attention, or that affection, and they've done everything in their power? Those people get looked over as, I got you, we'll wait. But then the person that was fool's gold, they fucked a whole lot. The girl that was fool's gold, they paid all her bills. But the girl who really loves you don't want you to have to do anything. but just be there. We take so many things for granted, Q. And then it goes back to what you said. Yeah, now we're buying everything for love. And now we're changing our bodies up for love. And now we're lying for love. And now we're manipulating for love. And again, I ask you, what is love? And again, just because you don't have love currently does not mean you don't have to. Because you don't have anybody currently does not mean you don't understand love. Let me make sure I have my words correctly. There's so many people that got so many great things and ideas about love, but don't know what truly it is. I can have an idea of how to drive a tractor until I get behind the wheel. And I'm gonna fuck up driving the tractor, and I'm gonna cut that yard terribly wrong the first few times. But the fact that the person that loves me doing this is sitting back saying, at least the grass is cut, but he will get better. Because I know him. And he knows that this is bad. Everybody wants a loud grace, but only for their individual selfish benefit. I don't like when people just sit there talking about grace, grace, grace. You're worrying about yourself, self. The person that loves you will give you grace naturally. Giving you enough time to blossom, giving you enough time to kill off all the bad things that are in your life, the demons that you might have stored in your closet. But it's still up to you now to love them so much to understand that they're doing that for you, that you are willing to do whatever it takes. Not run away, not make an excuse, not put nobody on hold, and not be bitter because it didn't work in your benefit. Because even though you may be in love, you still have to use your brain. And again, that's the balance. So I'm asking, what is love, man? Is it truly what has been documented out here, or is love just something that you can't describe? It should not be in no dictionary, because who's gonna gauge who you love? You don't even know why you love that person so much. So why is somebody else in your family or all around you trying to tell you what you should do in your love life? Because the majority of people that say they got an idea and if I were you, I would do, they don't even have anything to show for what the hell you are going through. And we know opinions are like assholes, but does not mean that they have to be truth and facts or correct. A lot of people out here are just searching for certain things to make them complete that has nothing to do with love. If you feel like that a person is gonna make you happy, that's not love. Because you don't have a father in your life and you want a daddy instead of a man, that's not love. Because your mother left you early and now you're trying to be around because she wanted to be a mother figure, that is not love. Because you don't have the finances and because somebody else do to be able to take care of you, again, that's love. That's not love. That is a bunch of insecurities, a bunch of laziness, and a bunch of soul searching that you should do first. Love ain't hard, man. Humans don't make it easy. If you know that you truly love somebody and you know that you have not been the best, that does not mean to run away. That does not mean to not pay them any attention and facing what you know you fucked up on. How about you might want to start communicating? How about you might want to start doing? Because a lot of you who have found love finally, before that you probably were miserable as shit, chasing that fool's love. So who are you to think that it's just gonna just magically just stay there and wait on you when love is magical? And magic, we know, poof, could be gone. We are now putting ourselves above the higher power, believing that something has to stick around just because you like it. Again, I didn't say love. That man ain't gonna stay, sis. Putting him on the back burner, that man ain't gonna stay, sis. Putting that lady on the back burner, that lady ain't gonna stay, fella. Because again, if you don't keep working on your craft being a musician, you could lose all your gifts. Again, thank you guys for listening. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell while you're there. Let me know what you're feeling. I appreciate that conversation, Q. I appreciate you for allowing me to put this into the platform. If you have a business, music, and event, you know to hit me up. flamegametime84@gmail.com. Let's give them your flowers while you're living. Do you feel me? And as always, love yourself, love each other, be mindful, and be wise. And before I go, you know I've always said it. Peace and love.